says it's on. Let's have a look. I always like to make sure. Oh, yes, it is. Right, I'll leave it there without any sound, just in case anyone comes up with any comments and I don't see them. So, morning all. Welcome to Tune In Tuesday. Yes, I'm earlier this morning. I didn't do it last week. I was too shattered from my day out in London. What with feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Sorry, I'm playing on the bloody fringe now. Feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Having a great day out, being part tourist, part shopping, part learning. And yeah, going out at about 10 o'clock and coming back at 10 o'clock. So a good long day out on Monday last week. So I was a bit shattered Tuesday morning. So that's why there was no Tune In Tuesday. So this week I'm a bit earlier because I've got to be out for 11 o'clock. So this morning, what am I chatting about? I'm chatting about being organised versus productivity. Does being organised help you with your productivity? Do you have systems in place? Again, a lot about this. When I talk about this, I get a lot of therapists say to me, oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Don't have systems. Don't, you know, just not organised. You just work from day to day. You work with your clients and you work from day to day. That's fine if you do that. I'm interested in the background. I'm interested in the back work that you do, because often I hear from therapists that they're not getting stuff done, or when I go and I chat with them and they say to me, I'm not getting the clients, I'm not filling my diary, I'm not getting any interest. When we then look into the background of what they're doing of working on their business, it's virtually then non-existent. And that, you know, that's fine. When I start talking about them, about the systems to put in place, about being organised, about the systems and that you create and things that you do, and it creates the productivity, I then see the barrier go up and they say, no, I'm here to help my clients. Well, we know you are, but you have to sort of do these different bits of background of working on your business to have the business there to put out for clients. And I know many of you will come back to me and say, well, I've never advertised, I don't have to promote, all my clients come from referrals. Brilliant. You know, that's amazing if you've got clients that are your loyal fans and do the marketing for you. But there's many clients that are not. There's many therapists that are not. You can also overlearn. You can overlearn. You can do many different courses, be part of many different groups, learn from many, many different people, but then not implement. It's like that old, you know, and I know I keep repeating this, but it makes sense that conferences are a waste of time. Memberships are a waste of time. Conferences are a waste of time. Being part of Facebook groups are a waste of time. It's all a waste of time if you don't do anything with what you're learning. So we all learn our therapies and we take that qualification and we take that training and we're there and we work well with our clients. But what I always say right from the start, when you do the training, and I have to admit it with my own college training, they didn't teach me about business. They didn't teach me how to set up my own business. We're all not going to go in and go straight to working in a salon where they, you know, and get a weekly wage, monthly wage, where they provide the clients for us. We have to find our own clients. And it's this working in the background that gets the clients for us. We can't just turn up, we can't qualify, put a business together, and then we're there. Clients are not going to find us. We have to do the events. We have to do the networking, the social media, the marketing, the being visible, to get our business out there. And it's a thing that a lot of clients don't like. They keep adding more and more qualifications, thinking that the next qualification will be the thing that will get the clients through the door. Oh, that one didn't work right. The next qualification will get through the door. And again, I'm guilty of having I'm guilty of being a jack of all trades and a master of none, having a passion for therapies, and, you know, adding, but then I wasn't really marketing with any. And here we are now, less than that, 15 years on with starting my business. I've dropped a lot of therapies. They're there still in my toolbox. I don't regret learning them. They're there still in my toolbox, but I only pull them out now and again. I work with my select therapies that I love to work with. Morning, Evie. Very true. It's like having a direct debit for a gym and you never visit. Yeah, yeah, we've all been there and done that. It's knowing, it's attending these conferences, it's attending the training, it's being part of a membership and never using anything in it. It's going to networking events but not making those connections, just especially new ones. It's talking to the same people that you talk to every time you go. It's attending these conferences. If you go to a say you go to Mind Body Spirit event, say you go to the National Beauty event at London in XL. I mean, I know I used to go. When you go there, what do you do? That's what I'd like to know, is what do you do when you go and attend an event? When you go to oh, nice one, Jan. Yeah, there's one. Look, I have to sort my shop out because I'm paying for it, but it's still not uploaded. So you're paying things you're not using. So you go to professional beauty event and you wander around the XL, say, and you're looking at, even as a holistic therapist, I used to go, and there wasn't much holistic there. It was mostly beauty and whatever. But you wander around, collecting leaflets, collecting free bags, just having a look at the stands. What did you do? I used to go and try new companies or companies that I knew of and trusted, but maybe their new products. Go and try and have a look at their essential oils, carrier oils, update information. I still looked at the beauty to see what they were doing. First time I saw, again, we're looking at over 15 years ago now. First time I saw a salon spa and a bed was set up with a duvet as their top cover. I thought, God, how wonderful is that? Bring that spa feeling, that luxurious feeling of a duvet cover, simple days then, into my own therapy room, which is what I did, which the clients absolutely adored. So I would go and I would take away ideas. I would get snippets, photographs of different things that I liked, and actually take it away and add it into my own business. And it's the same with conference. It's the same with learning. You can do all these courses, you could be part of my membership, anything like that, but if you don't, you take away and actually put these things in place, it's going to be a waste of time. So it's the same as being organised with productivity. We can all buy the next shiny object. I used to use Asana because Asana was a list, and I love lists. And then I stopped following lists because I stopped looking at lists. I've still got lists. I still will put my main one down on a piece of paper that I keep in the cabin. But when I save things, and so that's like one of my academy members said yesterday, it's not a to-do list, she couldn't get on with a to-do list, she's got an action list, and that she feels better with that. So I've still got my action list, which I use daily, but I went from Asana to Trello because Trello's more visual. So my social media planner, my content library, the ideas I get, social media pages that I like, people that I follow, things like that. It's all now on Trello because I can go and look in that and it attracts the eye, it attracts my interest. That organisation helps me to stay productive. So it's finding what works for you. Gosh, I've gone through so many planners in my time. Planners of, I've got a trolley full, top row there, of planners that I've bought over the years. Right, I'm going to use that as a planner, I'm going to use that as a planner, and then the next shiny planner comes along. And it's the same as digital planning. I've gone on to digital planning. Takes up much less space, which is lovely, but you can buy a full digital planner and then you'll see another digital planner a couple of months later and that stops. Same with online booking systems. I've gone through booking systems, mostly freebie ones, until I found a paid one which was Slick. Brilliant, absolutely love Slick, helped keep me on online. I didn't use it as an online booking platform because I don't do that. To let other people book on, but it was an online calendar for me, which I really loved because I could I'll change colours, different things, so it attracted the eye, it was visually better for me, helped me to be more organised, helped me to stay being productive. And I had to give up Slick because they put their ongoing onboarding, which is I was one of the first onboarding ones, they upped their prices. Their prices are still brilliant. I would still recommend Slick, but it just wasn't worthwhile for me as a solopreneur. It wasn't worth it for me as a solo therapist to pay the monthly fee. So I've gone back to iCloud, just using their calendar, and it's great, but iCloud's a similar colour. I know I could do Google and whatever, but I've got iPad, I've got Windows computer, and I've got iPhone, so I needed sort of the three things to work together. And then another bright shiny object come along, and it's this Artful Agenda, which I trialed for 2 weeks, set it all up, trialed it for 2 weeks, love it. Again, it's visual. I can do different calendars and different colours for whether it's my apothecary business, whether it's my academy business, whether it's family stuff, whether it's stuff that I'm doing for myself with self-care. I can all set it as different colours, different calendars. So I can look at my monthly calendar now and see automatically what I'm doing, whether it's too heavy hands-on based, whether it's too academy based. I can see immediately, just looking at it, what it's going. Is this going to be another shiny object? I hope not. I hope this now sticks as my one, because it all syncs between iCloud, Artful Planner on my desktop, and with my iPhone and my iPad. And if Artful Agenda goes down, it's still all on my iCloud. I still have it all there. So there's all different systems that you need to make it work for you. It's having these systems in place, whether it's a referral system, whether it's a content library, or a social media content planner. It's having these systems in place helps you then to be productive, to get the work done. Whether it's prioritizing 3 tasks in the day, so you get those 3 tasks done. I know a couple of myself are on with the Academy members. We have the magical mornings, and we go in on a Monday and we set our accountability list. And 2 of us have got really long lists. Our accountable list, or our priority list for the week, is really small, but we still leave our long list there, because sometimes we can add a couple of those to-dos, those couple of actions, those couple of reminders to get it done. We've got a bit of free time. Oh, actually, I can pull that out, add it to my priority list and get that done. So 2 of us have got really long lists, but they are getting better. But it's how it works for you. It's what works for you to be productive. So having that referral system list, having that social media planner list, having that blog list, having that content creation list, planner, whatever it is you need to do to get these systems in place, helps you then to be productive. So you may be sitting on, like Janice said here, I've got to sort my shop out because she's paying for it, not using it. It's having these things, doing these different courses, paying for these different platforms that you're paying and not using. You're paying for and you're not getting that value out of it. You're not getting that money out of it. And you could be sitting on a whole lot of training and you're not getting the value out of it because you're not using it. So it's like my therapies now that I've qualified in, that I'm not using, but I can pull the tools out of my toolbox and bring it out. I'm either going to bring them out as a promotion, or I'm going to bring them out and add them to a package. Now, when you create a package, don't give those packages away. Don't really cut a huge deal like £30 off for, you know, so many hours. You still got to value yourself, and you've got to value your time. Also, when you're working out your package deals, think about actually how long it's going to take. You may be offering 2 hours of treatments, but what does it take for you to set up? What does it cost for you to actually run those 2 hours of treatments? And how long will it actually take with a client is there and then a client goes? So where you're actually putting in as 2 hours of treatment might end up being 3 hours from when your client arrives to when your client leaves, and you've got to clear up. So how many of those can you do in a day? Or add that compared to your normal day of treatments as well. So looking at all of this, being aware, it's all part of systems, it's all part of being organised, all part of being productive, but looking at what you've got and using it. So I've covered quite a bit there in a short amount of time. If you want to have a chat with me about anything, you know, share your thoughts in here, or get in touch and we can have an overview and have a look. But it's looking at your systems, it's being organised to be productive, so putting the paperwork in place to help you be more productive, whether that's looking at your bookkeeping, whether it's looking at your invoices. It may be filing your photos much better. So what's personal, what ones do you want to use on social media? It might be looking at your social media. What are you doing? Are you doing ad hoc? It might be putting a planner in place to know what you're going to do or schedule for every day or for every week or for every month. You know, as I said, it might be looking at the qualifications that you've trained in and that you're not using anymore, putting them together as a package. Can you bring them in more? But doing as a package now and again, and looking at the costings of that. So this is where it all comes part of the review. What are you doing? What are you achieving? What are you using? What's not working? So again, it's a lot to go through, but look at and review your business and see, like Jan has identified, she's got to sort the shop. She's paying for it and not using it. So does that now become a priority? Because she's spending the money but not selling anything to pay that money in. She may be doing really well on her treatments, and I know that she is, but it's neglecting now the shop. It's using that priority of time. It's looking at what you've paid for, what you're doing, and you're not taking full value of. So I hope that helps. Certainly gets you thinking. Thank you for joining me this morning on my early and quick tune-in Tuesday. But again, I'd love to know your thoughts. If you're watching this, certainly watching this on replay, are you identifying anything there that you're not organised with, that you're not being productive with? What can you do and put in place to help you be organised that will help with the productivity? I'd be interested to know your thoughts. What works for you? Probably going to be totally different to me, but what works for you? Is it a case if you're going to a conference, right, I'm doing that, you're making notes throughout the day, at the end of that day, before you leave that conference or before you leave that venue, or as soon as you get home, pull those notes out, look through the ideas that you had and what you want to do, and set yourself a deadline. It may be that you need to set yourself deadlines to get things done. Otherwise, it'll keep being added to the to-do list and just not getting done. So that's me done for today. Take care. Have a good Tuesday, and I will catch up with you next week. Bye for now.